Millard Fillmore, an individual from the Whig Party, was the 13th leader of the US 1851-853, and the last president not to be partnered with either the majority rule or conservative factions. In his ascent from a log lodge to riches and the White House, Millard Fillmore showed that through deliberate industry and some skill an unsatisfying man could make the pursuit of happiness work out. Brought into the world in the Finger Lakes nation of New York in 1800, Fillmore as a young got through the privations of outskirts life. He dealt with his dad's ranch, and at 15 was apprenticed to a fabric dresser. He went to one-room schools, and experienced passionate feelings for the red-headed instructor, Abigail Powers, who later turned into his better half. In 1823 he was confessed to the bar. After 7 years he moved his regulation practice to Bison. As a partner of the Whig lawmaker Thurlow Weed, Fillmore held state office and for a long time was an individual from the place of delegates. In 1848, while specialist of New York, he was chosen VP. Fillmore managed the Senate during the long periods of nerve-wracking banters over the split the difference of 1850. He offered no open remark on the benefits of the trade-off proposition, yet a couple of days before President Taylor's demise, he suggested to him that in the event that there ought to be a tie vote on Henry Mudd's bill, he would cast a ballot for it. Subsequently, the unexpected promotion of Fillmore to the administration in July 1850 got a sudden political shift the organization. Taylor's bureau surrendered and President Fillmore on the double designated Daniel Webster to be Secretary of State, accordingly announcing his union with the moderate Whigs who leaned toward the compromise. A bill to concede California actually stirred every one of the rough contentions for and against the expansion of bondage, with no advancement toward settling the significant issues. Dirt, depleted, passed on Washington to recover, tossing initiative upon Representative Stephen A. Douglas of Illinois. At this basic point, President Fillmore declared for the split the difference. On August 6, 1850, he made an impression on Congress prescribing that Texas be paid to leave her professes to part of New Mexico. This aided impact a basic number of Northern Whigs in Congress away from their emphasis on the Wilmot stipulation, the limitation that all land acquired by the Mexican conflict should be shut to servitude. Douglas' compelling methodology in Congress joined with Fillmore's tension from the White House to give driving force to the trade-off development. Separating Mudd's single official bundle, Douglas introduced 5 separate bills to the Senate. 1. Concede California as a free state. 2. Settle the Texas limit and remunerate her. 3. Award regional status to New Mexico. 4. Place government officials at the removal of slaveholders looking for criminals. 5. Abrogate the slave exchange, the locale of Columbia. Each action got a greater part, and by September 20, President Fillmore had marked them into regulation. Webster stated, "I can now rest of evenings." A portion of the more aggressor Northern Whigs stayed hostile, declining to pardon Fillmore for having marked the Criminal Slave Act. They denied him of the official assignment in 1852. Inside a couple of years it was evident that albeit the trade-off had been expected to settle the bondage discussion, it served rather as an uncomfortable sectional truce as the Whig Party deteriorated in the 1850s. Fillmore wouldn't join the conservative faction. Yet, all things considered, in 1856 acknowledged the designation for leader of the Fool, or American, Party. All through the nationwide conflict he went against President Lincoln and during reproduction upheld President Johnson. He kicked the bucket in 1874.